guys, once again, my camera also cut out the part where I was making the eyes and the cheeks. So if you don't know how to do that, then I'll just show you. So you're gonna grab your cheek band. For me, it's neon pink. And grab one of them. You just stay still. Okay, so then grab one of them. Grab your hook. You will need a hook for this. And you're gonna wrap it around once into a figure 8. And then grab both of the bands and wrap it around. And wrap it around again. Or you could just do 4 loops on your hook. Then you do that same thing for another one, so you could just squeeze that one down and then do it. You could also just do 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Then you're gonna grab your main body color band. For me, it's red. You can grab 1 band or 2. I am choosing to waste less bands, so you're just gonna pull your cheek bands, put your red band right here on the hook, then pull your cheek bands through. It is pretty hard showing myself hooking on video, like where the camera isn't set up. So, yeah, so just put it like this and leave it on and take it off of your hook like this, and then put another red band, your main color of your heart, right through the red band, so it should look like this. And do that same process for the eyes. So I'll also show you how to do the eyes. The eyes is the same thing, just in red. So if you don't have pony beads, I'll show you how to do the eyes. So 1 black band, wrap it around once into a figure 8. Wrap it around once into a figure 8. And then wrap it around again. So it looks like this, just like the cheeks. And then you could push it down and then do another one in this form. This is optional. You can do whichever one you like best. And you can just loop it around 4 times. Whoa, mine started coming apart. Okay, so now you're going to grab your main color and then just pull the black band through like this. Ooh, pull the black band through. And then we are going to do the same for the other one. So, put your black band right through the pins. Right through the red band. Like this. So now you have your eyes. But if you have pony bead eyes, I will also show you how to do that. Let me just go down my pony beads. You could use 9mm pony beads or 4mm. In this case, I'm using 9. You could grab 1 or 2 bands and then just put it right through the eye. If you have a 7mm or 4mm smaller than 9mm bead, then you could go ahead and look at Feeling Spiffy's video on how to do that. She always shows you in the beginning. So yeah, I have big eyes. I really think the big eyes are cuter, so you guys could use the big eyes. But yeah, that's how you do your cheeks and your eyes if you don't have pony beads. So yeah, now I could just show you another clip of the clip that is supposed to be following this video. Bye, guys. I am a mess, but My camera cut the first part of the video out, so I was just editing the video and I saw that. So I'm going to show you how to do the first part. So you're going to grab your loom right here. It might not be as high quality as the other video, but I'm still trying my best. So you're going to choose a spot on your loom, and then you're just going to do an X like this. And then another one right under it with 2 bands. And you're gonna do one on the top. So like this. And then grab your other bands. Oh, and this is double banded. And then you're gonna go from the top pin to the bottom. So it makes 2 X's. And we're still using double bands. And make sure you do this with your loom facing towards you. And then on the top 2 pins for both of the X's, we're going to do a cap band. And we're going to wrap it around once. Like this. And just do that for all of the pins, so also do it to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it around here, because those cap bands is what makes the bump. So now do it to these 2. So let's do a cap band wrapped around once. If you guys think I'm not showing you well enough, I'm trying my best. So just do another cap band here. So that's how it should look. Now we're going to grab our hook, and we're going to go inside of this right peg. I need to sneeze. Sorry, guys. So you're going to go inside of this right cap band, and you're going to loop this one out on this peg, and on this peg. So it should look like this. And then do the same thing for the left. We did the right first because, so then just go inside of the cap band, put it on that pin, and put it on that one. And then do the same for the bottom. I'm not going to show you how to do that one because I'm just going to do it in hyperlapse. So remember, go inside of your right first and then loop it out onto this pin and this pin, because you're doing this part to give the heart a little bump. So, and then after, whoops. Seriously, cap band. I just hate when your cap bands like literally just fall off. So, just gonna add the cap band on again. My cap band fell off. If your cap band didn't snap or get off, then you don't need to apply another cap band. I just applied another one because that fell off. So this is how your loom should look. So now repeat the next step that is on this next clip. Bye! Editing Sophie. Okay, guys. So now that you've done that step, I'm sorry my camera just cut it out, but now that you've done that, we're just going to do a row around these hearts. So just do a rectangle, like in this form. And I'm sorry if like my throat or voice is kind of weird. It's just that I think I'm a little sick, so I'm trying to post videos as much as I can, so yeah. And then do the rectangle on top of the other pins, so bottom 2, and then the top 2, and then like that, just a rectangle, guys. And now, like we do this, we are going to flip over the bottom 4 bands. On each pin, there should be 4 bands, because the cap band that we did. So just flip over the bottom 4 bands like this. Make sure you only grab the bottom 4 bands because we don't want to have less bands on that pin to loop over. So then just loop over the bottom ones on the other side. Not loop over, but flip over the bottom 4 bands on the other side. So the bottom 4 bands are either your cap band or your row. So now we could just push that down. And we are gonna do another row. So just do another rectangle from that left pin to the right, and then that right pin to the top, and then that right pin to the left pin over there. I am pretty slow in this video for some reason, or I don't know. And then go from that top pin to the bottom. And then do the same thing on the top. This video may be pretty long, but it's just that it's a happy food or happy heart thing, so yeah. And just do the rectangle on the top pins like so. And if you get confused with any signs I do because I'm just editing and doing a voiceover, just tell me and then I'll fix it up a little, okay? So now that you finished doing your little rectangles on both of them, you're going to flip over the bottom 4 bands on each pin. There should be 4 bands on each pin. Make sure you flip only the 4 bands. So, yeah. So now you can start puffing it up a little so it can make the bumps of the hearts. And then flip over your bottom 4 bands for that one, for the top rectangle. Oh my God, I'm itching. Okay, I'm sorry. So now we are gonna pull those to the top and then these where those are right now. So grab all of your 4 bands and then put it on that pin over there. And then do the same over here. It might be a little tight because those bands are over there. But on those bands, we're going to reduce and we're going to put it on these pins where those reds used to be. It was a little hard for me, but it's not. So then just do the same for the other one. I'm sorry if you hear the scratching noises because I'm just really itchy for some reason. But whatever. So, I'm sorry, I'm also, like, really, my nose is full. Okay, so now you could just pull that band over there so it looks like the top one. So you could also just puff it up so it could start making the form of a heart. So now we're going to do our eye row. So we are going to grab our eye bands. Well, not right now. Oh, and for your eyes, if you're using 9mm pony beads, then you could put 2 bands through it. But I am going to use 1 band, so I waste less bands. So then do double bands on those bottom pins. Then we're going to grab our pony beads or wrapped bands. And then you're just going to put it on those 2 pins. Make sure it doesn't slip off. And then put it on that one too. To be honest, the pony beads give it like a cuter touch. So they sell these pony beads at Michael's, the Craft Life brand. Or the Creatology brand. You guys could go buy them. Or just use wrap bands. It's your choice. And then just the rest of it, just do a normal, like, square rectangle thing. So just do the 2 bands over there and then put them to the bottom. Then we're just going to flip over our bottom bands. There should be 4 bottom bands, by the way, guys. So, if you guys were wondering. But if you only use 1 band to put through your 9mm or 7mm pony beads, then you could, you will have to leave 2 over, and then the rest is 4. So, But if you use 2 bands for the pony beads, then you will leave 4. But in this case, I used only 2 to use less bands. And then just keep on flipping the bottoms over. So this is how it should look. Okay. Ignore the screaming, please. Okay guys, so now that I've got the screaming under control, we are just going to go ahead and do our cheek row now. You're just going to do a normal bottom, and then you're going to grab your wrapped cheeks right here. So we're just going to, I did have some trouble because I want to go talk to someone, but don't worry about it. Just put your cheeks on that one. But so your cheeks are right under the eye, you're just going to go ahead and squeeze them to your left a little. So it looks a little better right under the eye. That's what I did. So then do it to your other cheek. I was taking a little long. I don't know why. Maybe because I was talking to my friend, because my friend came over. So yeah, just forget about what I was just saying. And then keep on placing a row around all of your pins. So then we're just going to go to the bottom like this. Like a huge, I don't know what that is, a rectangle or a square. I don't know, I'm not in the mood for math right now. I'm just editing and I just woke up. So there should be 2 bands on that pin if you only use 1 band for the eye. So flip those bottom bands over. And then there should also be 2 bands on that one right there. And then the rest is 4 bands. Note, if you use 2 bands for the pony beads, then you could flip over 4. But I only used 1 band to, once again, use less bands. And my band slipped off of the pin. So I just have to fix that for a moment. And then just flip over the bottom bands over like this. So there should only be 4 bands on your pin, like this. Oh my god, nice and quiet. And then just loop over the bottom ones too, on all of the pins. There should be 8 bands on the middle pins, by the way, guys. I mean on that pin. I'm not sure what I was doing, but I think I was saying that. Whatever. Even I don't know what my sign is doing. But whatever. So now you can start giving it a little tug with your hook or your fingers. But when you're tugging with your hook, make sure you're careful because we don't want your bands to just fly out or something or slip or break. Okay. So now we're going to do our mouth. You probably know how to do the mouth if you watch Happy Food tutorials. But if this is your first Happy Food, you're just going to wrap it into a figure 8 on your hook. And you're going to stick it through all of the bands under the eyes and cheeks. And you're going to pull the black band through and then put it right on that pin again. Place it on the pin again. Okay. So now, guys, it is a little hard to put it back on your pin. So, guys, if you want your heart to be short like that heart that I have over there, you could skip this row and then start closing it. But I wanted my heart to be a little bigger because the pony beads make it look really smushy. So if you have pony beads, then do this other row. But if you have wrapped bands, then just skip this part. Fast forward it 10 seconds or 20. And then start reducing. I'll show you how to reduce. But once again, if you have the pony beads, you just do another row so it looks a little longer and your eyes aren't smushed. So yeah. Then just do another rectangle row around these pins. And then just flip over the bottom bands. Well, after you're done placing your rectangle. Give it a little tug and then flip over the bottom bands. Because if you don't give it a tug, it's like just not going to look like a heart. It's just going to look like a blob. Whoa, and my camera had some malfunctions. Just flip over the bottom bands here. I did notice that my camera was getting stuck. See? So I don't know what's happening, but I'll try and figure that out. Maybe it was because it was dying on the battery. So yeah, now just tug it, and now you're gonna start reducing. So how to reduce is that you're gonna find your top 2 bands. Whoa. You're gonna find your top 2 bands. And I only had 3 bands left, so I need to grab a band from there. So you're gonna find your top 2 bands and go inside of your top 2 bands, guys. Go inside of it and find the bottom 2. Wow, my camera's stuck. And then find the bottom 2 bands right here. And then those bottom 2 bands you're gonna put on that pin. And then those bands, the bottom ones, you could just let go of. You could just take it off of your loom with your hook. And then do the same thing for this side. Go inside of the top 2 and grab your bottom 2. And then those are gonna go to the center. And then those that are left on your pin, you could just let go of. So now you're gonna do the same to your other 2. Gonna go inside of all of the top 2 bands. Then you're gonna find the bottom 2 and you're gonna pull those to the center. And then you're gonna just let those go over there with your hook. Well, you can use your fingers if you want. And then you're gonna do the same to this pin. So go inside of, wow, my camera isn't focusing. I'll have to charge it. Go inside of the top 2, and I only had 1 band. So I just went ahead and fixed that right there. So I just put it back. If you got 2 bands, you could just do the same process, but I only found 1 band, so just put the bottom 2 to the center and then let those go. So now we're gonna do 1 more row and we're gonna start closing it off. You could go ahead and give your heart a little tug and you can start seeing how it's formed. And my camera's getting stuck again. And you could let it go of these 2 pins right here if you want to. But when I figured mine's, I was like, yeah, so this is how your heart should look right now. So now your heart may be a little lopsided, but now we are gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, my nose is really runny. So now we're just gonna do like a weird shape. We're just gonna start to 2 bands on that pin and then wrap it around that one. It looks like a so it looks like a triangle kind of. And let it go of that center pin. Let your heart go of that center pin, because that red band row that you just placed should not be touching the center pin, because we have nothing to flip over the center pin. So then just place it once on the bottom and then place it once on the top like this. It is pretty hard to do, especially for me it was pretty hard. Okay, great. So now my loom isn't showing. Oh, it was because I was putting on the bands, and it once again was pretty hard for me. Oh my god, why is my camera freezing? So now you're just gonna flip over the bottom 8 bands. There should be 8 bands on the bottom from us reducing. So there should be 8 bands once again. Pull over those until you have 4 bands on your pins. So flip over the bottom 8. And then when you flip over the bottom 8, you should have 4 bands. So yeah, guys, we have reached the end of our heart. So now we're just gonna slip knot it off. Since I don't like 4 bands, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull over the bottom band so there's only 2 bands on my pins, or 1 band. And then I am just gonna push it down so it doesn't slip off. So your heart, you can start seeing the shape of it, is so adorable. So now you can just grab those bands and put it on your pins. on your hook, I'm sorry. On both two ends on your hook. So now you can start seeing the shape of your heart. Mine's turned out really adorable. So now you're going to grab a band or two and you're going to slip knot it off. So you're going to grab a band and then pull it through. Sorry for the camera, guys. Then you're just going to pull it through those 4 bands left on there. And you're going to reclaim that back onto your hook. And you're going to slip knot it like this. Make sure you don't give it such a big tug that the band breaks, but a quite tug. So now you can start seeing the shape of your heart. Your heart is pretty adorable. So now we could just hide that to go in a band or go in a row and then put it on your hook. Sorry, once again. Put it on your hook and then you are going to go ahead and pull it through that row. And then squeeze it back in. So now this is how your heart should look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.